Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of chess.com Rapid, 30-minute, and I'm going to focus on identifying what my opponent's last move does. That's the first question that I'm going to ask myself, and then also just making sure my next move is safe. I'm also going to try to use the Chrome plugin to type in the moves instead of using my mouse, and that helps me both help memorize coordinates and also to do calculation without the use of arrows, which I think is good for my over-the-board play. So let's see what we get. Let's do a 30-minute game. Okay, e4. Here's e5. We're going to continue doing the Vienna. I'm going to learn the Scotch soon, but as of now, I don't know it. Okay, knight f6. Here we know what to do. f4. Okay, so he accepts. Then we play e5, of course. This is all things that I know, so we play queen e2. So no need to really commentate things that I know, because I'm just trying to learn, of course. So he's got to play knight g8. Okay, we're going to play knight f3 or d4. Still got the check. We'll play knight f3. So his, my opponent's last move on defend, makes his knight safe. Doesn't lose a knight. So we could play knight d5, but that's too early. Let's develop. So knight f3. That knight f3, he has one check, which is covered. He has one capture, which is covered. No real threats. Okay, he challenges the center. And also, so d6 challenges the center and opens up the bishop. The light squared bishop, so he can come in and pin if he wants to. I think we should play d4 to open up our bishop and defend the pawn. And we can defend that pawn so many times. I don't think he's close to... yeah, so I think d4, he's got capture. He's got d takes e5. Has a check, but it's covered. Potentially pin my knight. Yeah, I think d4 is most logical. We also have some interesting ideas with knight d5, knight c7 action. So knight d5 is queen has to come back to d1. Okay, so he pins the bishop. Or it pins the knight. Not scary for me at all. Of course, if he takes the knight, he can give a nice little check. And he can tempo my queen. But my queen can also escape to... c5 with check, huh? Okay, so here I'm debating between knight d5. Another option is queen b5 check to attack the weak pawn on b7. But let's say we do queen b5 check, queen b5 check, knight d7, queen takes b7, bishop takes... Yeah, I mean, my king can get really exposed in some situations. So what about knight d5 first? Knight d5 first. Knight d5, bishop takes f3, knight takes... No, that loses a piece. Okay, so I think the safe thing to do is to develop my pieces. Yeah, so I was thinking knight d5, bishop takes f3, knight takes e7, bishop takes e2, bishop takes e2, bishop takes e7. So in that sense, we lose two knights and a queen, and we only get a queen and a bishop. So that's bad. And then queen b5 check, queen b5 check, knight d7, queen takes b7, bishop takes f3, g takes f3, queen h4 check. Looks kind of ugly. My king's gonna have to start running around. So I'd rather just play it simple. Knight takes c3. He's got 2 captures, 3 captures. So none of those seem too scary. And my bishop there will help support and protect the h4 square if necessary. And also can tempo the queen in some situations. Yeah, bishop takes f4. Okay. Of course, queen takes f3. Now we're threatening b7 square. Okay, long castle looks good here. Long castle, start opening things up. Yeah, long castle, the other potential moves are bishop c4. He's just going to plug it with d4. He's going to want to play d4 in the next move anyway. That's okay, we'll just start pushing that pawn. Or potentially move the knight away and start... Yeah, if he plays d4, he gives us the if he plays d4, he gives us a nice juicy square on e6. So I kind of like knight e4 next. Knight e4. Because if he plays d5, then knight e6 check. And his king has got to start running around. In fact, that threatens that pawn. Yeah, I like knight e4 a lot instead of long castle. Does he have any checks? He does, but that's easily coverable up. We can cover up with the bishop. He does have captures, but I think that's good for us because that opens up lines. Okay, knight e4. Okay. Something tells me that's not a good move. What should I recapture with? I think the pawn. Where it doesn't get tempoed by the bishop. He takes e5. What checks does he have? He does have queen b4 check. In that situation, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Okay. D takes e4, e5, queen b4 check, c3, queen takes b2. Rook d1. And rook d1, and the bishop can come to c7. Yeah, that does not look great for white. Or black, I mean. I like it, I like it. What's the alternative? Take with the bishop? He's still gonna play the check. Yeah. We can also move our knight to block the check. No, that would be stupid. Yeah, let's go for it. Yep, there's that. So I think what we do is we play c3, queen takes b3, and then we play rook d1. Yeah. My opponent has 0 development. See, we can do knight e6 check, bishop takes e6, d takes e6. Or we can set up a Bowden's mate. For example, we play e6 here. Knight f4 looks good. It almost forces into, or bishop f4 looks good. It almost forces into castle. Because if he doesn't, then I play bishop takes f7, king takes f7, bishop c1, picks up the, yeah, I like that. Bishop f4 is good. Bishop f4 castles. e6. Ah, the queen though. Or the knight, rather. So I like the idea of preparing my own castle. e6 could also be good. But I like bishop f4 because then e6 comes with more venom, I think. So bishop f4. He's got knight takes c5, which is fine with me. He's got no checks. Knight takes e5. He's got queen takes a2. He's got. What about just taking the knight? Rook takes d7, king takes d7. Queen g4 check. Rook takes d7. King takes d7. e6 check. Spending too much time here. Too much time. Bishop f4 looks good. Bishop f4 castles. We take that pawn at the very least. And we are opportunity castle. Yeah, bishop f4. So we got Capture covered, captured, I don't care about a1. e5 is bad. No checks, he can play f5, but we've got en passant. Yeah, I think bishop f4. I mean bishop c4. Expecting castles. We also have castles, and our development is just incredibly stronger. This has got to be bad. This has got to be bad, man. Why is he not castling? Okay, here I'm tempted to... I'm very tempted to sack my rook. Takes, but then he's got to check. I'm gonna be a good boy, and I can either check or I can be a good boy and castle. It's really embarrassing to lose this game. All right, let's see. Knight e6 check. Bishop takes e6. E takes. Knight e6 check. Bishop takes e6. E takes e6. Castles. Castles. And guess who's got more open lines? I feel like that position is better for me. Now let's see what he's got. A couple of captures. The problem is knight e6 check. Bishop takes e6. F takes e6. He's got. Oh, he doesn't have c3. He doesn't have c3 check. Okay, so that's good because my queen is there. Okay, what other checks does he have? No other checks. He can play f6, don't care. Yeah, I kind of like the look of knight e6. Bishop takes e6. What else? Is there some other killer move that I'm missing? What about queen h6 check? What about a bunch of trades? What about just e takes f, knight g takes f6, knight takes f6, knight takes f6, and just check. Like queen e2 check, covers up with the bishop. No, I like my original idea. I don't want to give him a chance to develop any of his pieces. D captures, D takes it. Could also play bishop. Okay, bishop. I could also play bishop e6. And if he castles, we take, rook takes, king takes, then we castle. No. Yeah, bishop e6 looks interesting. Bishop e6, f takes e6, bishop takes e6, check. King does something stupid. I like bishop e6. Okay, with checks. He's got knight takes. Oh, he's got knight takes though. But then I still got the check and his king has to start doing stupid things. Oh, but the knight can come back. So bishop e6. Okay, what about bishop e6? Knight takes e6, bishop takes e5, f takes e5. Everything's got to be winning, man. Okay, what about castles? Castles. Takes. Pin the bishop. I like that. I like that much better. So castles. Because castles takes, that's just suicidal, man. Castles takes. Tempo the queen takes. I mean, my rooks are coming in. He does have a check that I didn't take into consideration. Which is bishop c5. I also have some queen trap ideas. Okay, so knight takes e5. I gotta think on his time. Knight takes e5, bishop takes e5. Or knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, d takes e5, queen h5, check g6, queen takes. Okay, he castles. Good boy, good boy. And then we can do, we can at least win material. So rook takes knight, and we pin the rook. Oh God, you have to be kidding me, man. What are you doing? This is ridiculous. I mean, rook d1. I don't have to think. This is just like ridiculous, dude. Jesus Christ, man. What are you doing? Seriously? Okay. F takes. There's got to be some really cool mate here. Everything's got to come with check because that. Okay, so F takes, knight takes. What about just rook takes? Queen. The queen is annoying. Black queen is annoying. Yeah, I mean, e takes F, EF check, knight takes. I can't believe I don't have anything. I just don't believe that. Maybe first we tempo the queen. Where does the queen go? The queen goes to, I like that. Bishop c1. Bishop c1, the queen must go to something like c6 to b6. And we've got a nice little check with our bishop. No checks, no checks. The problem is that he's got the check. So, okay, so bishop c1. All right, I'm going to use the mouse now because time's running out. Bishop c1, rook takes, queen takes, queen here. No, queen here. We've got check. Bishops are going to ruin him. Okay, I like that. That looks good. Queen c6. Or queen b6. Queen b6. So I'm gonna lose your queen. Queen b6. Queen b6, bishop a3 check. With mate somewhere soon to follow, no doubt. I also have this. It's got one move. And then I got mate. Alright. Oh, this is check. Oh my god. Lucky bastard. Doesn't work. Okay. Threatening mate. Okay, check. King goes there. Okay, check. We do this maybe. Check. King here. Alright, we got no time. Okay, so what about this? We've got this check. Takes, takes. I like that. Let's do that. It's got kind of back rank bullshit. Check. Takes. Check here. Takes. Takes, takes. Check. Check blocks mate. Check here mate. Yep. here. Okay. Am I gonna hang back rank mate? I am, aren't I? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I was so much better than this guy. Alright, where are my missed wins? What is this? D4 is a blunder, and D4 is a... Okay, what is the problem? What is the analysis saying, telling me here? Knight D5 supposedly wins a ton of material. Why? Knight D5. Didn't I have this position before? Knight D5, Queen C7. Knight D5, no checks. Yeah, Knight D5, Queen C7. Knight D5, Queen C7. He takes D6. Check. D7. Oh, then what? Knight takes C7. Okay, of course. God, I'm so stupid. Oh man, I'm blind. Okay. Bishop, I was thought for a long time here, and bishop c4 is the best move. And I made it. Look at that, +8. I made this move. Queen h3 here. Queen h3, of course, just attacking the hell out of the knight. Castles, okay. Queen b6, e6. He takes f6 here. Knight d6. Really? Okay. I mean, what? He takes f6 so simple. I mean, he's got to win, right? How the hell do I not win this? Okay. Bishop a3 check, yes. Knight d6 check, yes. He takes d6 here, huh? Oh, because then he just pushed the pawn. With check. Okay, he gave me a shot back. He takes f6, yes. Queen e1 check. Okay, close enough. I didn't blunder this. I did not blunder this. What is it saying? Bishop b7, bishop b7. No, bishop b6. I played bishop b6. What the hell? Played all the best moves and then I lose. Bishop takes d7, okay. Bishop f8, bishop f8. Oh, bishop f8. Keep the king cut off, okay. Queen takes f6, huh? God, that's annoying. Okay.